Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mrs. Force. I'm a U.S. history teacher, and I'll be team teaching with Mrs. Thomas. So you will have both of us in your live sessions this year. And we have our courses set up the exact same. So I'm going to go through some information to help you navigate the course a little bit better, review some things you may have learned in orientation or from last year, and give you some specifics about our course. So you can see on the class home, you have your toolbar up here. You've got your quick links to the class the class content. And down here, you have your information with easy access to class updates. That's going to show you when you have unread student posts to discussions, as well as unread teacher feedback. So please make sure when you get feedback from teachers that you are going in and reading it and revising your assignments and resubmitting them for more points. Your grade will continually be updated here, as well as your overdue assignments. Really try to keep that at 0 or not get too high of a number of 1 or 2. And this right here is going to tell you whether you have myself or Mrs. Thomas as your content teacher. What that basically means is in our live sessions, you will have both of us, and you can ask either of us a question at any time. But when it comes to the assignments in particular and your grade book, it's going to be this teacher that you would ask the question of. So if you're not quite sure who to ask, always go back to your home screen and just click Contact My Teacher. You have your class plan over here, which will give you the assignments that will be coming up for the coming weeks. Your Class Connect sessions, so if you're working in your course and you have a class coming up, you can just easily access them here, as well as your class announcements. And we will update these weekly with a calendar of the week containing the topics or the lessons we'll be covering, the page numbers, as well as the assignments and when they are due. We do include an attachment of it, so if you're somebody who likes to download them, print them out, feel free and utilize that as well. Last announcement we have here is the U.S. history disclaimer. Basically, we just want to make sure that everybody's being respectful of each other, their opinions, and understanding that they're respectful of history in general, that not everything is rainbows and unicorns. So let's dive in. You have your plan. If you click on plan, you know that you can go ahead and adjust it to day, week, month, or even list. And this is, if you're somebody who likes to be able to cross things off, you can do it by list and print it out. And then as you complete things, just check them off. You can include all of your calendars for all of your courses, or if you want to include just U.S. history, you would click on U.S. history and have them just for that one class. So you can modify that. Add your own, let's go back there. Okay, show all calendars. You can also add your own tasks over here, and they will be added to the calendar, so you can keep everything you need to do in one place. That's your plan. Next tab over is your content. When you click on content, you will see your table of contents on the left-hand side. Your course materials is your first folder, and in there you will see your teacher contact information. Your course syllabus, or what you really need to know document. This is basically like if you were in a brick and mortar school, it's what they would hand out to you on the first day of school. We go through all the nitty-gritty of our course, including some information about us. Classroom expectations, and these include not only what we expect from you as students, but also what you can expect from us as your teachers. So make sure you review those. Information about graded assignments. You will have both computer and teacher graded assignments, including weekly quizzes, quarter tests, and study guides, semester projects, and other various written assignments. Lastly, on this document, you have information about your due dates. We give you a due date throughout the week, and come Friday at 3:30, We will zero out any assignments from the week that were not completed. You have that weekend, the entire next week, and by the following Sunday to complete anything that was overdue. If it is not completed by midnight the following Sunday, it will receive a 0, a permanent 0, and will be locked and cannot be completed. So make sure you're keeping track of your due dates and your overdue assignments. Back to your course materials, you also have a folder for course policies. In this folder, you will see a course overview. This is extremely detailed with some information about what we'll learn, as well as some other detailed information of what particular assignments would be like. The grading and late policies again, the history disclaimer again, as well as the academic integrity policy, which is the same everywhere. Just basically do not plagiarize or copy. The next is how-to documents and videos. In our how-to documents and videos folder, we're going to have this U.S. History Overview video that you're watching right now, so you can refer back to it as you need. Videos on how to monitor your progress and grades, as well as a document on how to do that in your course. Instructions on how to sign up for course notifications. This is a way to get yet another reminder of when assignments are due, and it will send it to either a home email or a cell phone. How to check incorrect answers on a quiz so that you are able to find out what you got right and wrong before you go and do a retake on a quiz so that you can improve your grade. How to save whiteboard slides. This is excellent for when you're in your live sessions to be able to save all of the information that was shared with you in the session. Save them and serve as your notes for each of your live sessions. Also directions on how to save it from recordings if you're listening to a recording. And lastly, a folder of additional how-to documents and videos with K-12 and Agora materials for ClassLink, online school, email, how to complete discussions, quizzes, and teacher-graded assignments. Back to your table of contents. The next folder is writing resources. This will be extended as we progress through the year and we have more materials to add. But as of right now, we're starting with a KWL chart that you can start before you are learning something, as well as a correcting and proofreading checklist for once you've completed assignment, you can go through this to proofread before you submit. Next in the table of contents is your textbook. You do not have a physical textbook, it is only an online textbook. Click on the title, it's called American Odyssey. And once you do, you're going to be brought to a page where it's going to give you options. You have the option of 2 different, either an online or web-based version of the textbook. Click on them. Decide which one you prefer, which one you think looks better. They each have different options. Once you choose which one you prefer, I do recommend that you bookmark it and title it U.S. History Textbook so that it's easier to find while you're in class and you need to complete an assignment. There's other ways to download it, whether you want it on a Kindle Fire, a Sony Reader, Apple iPad, or other mobile devices. So find which best for you. Next in your table of contents is the class warm-up submissions. This is actually where we're looking for you to help us. And you will notice that once these are active, you can click on them and add suggestions for Mondays, which we will show music videos at the beginning of class. So if you have a favorite band or favorite song that you want us to see and you want to share, post it here in the discussion. YouTube Tuesday is funny YouTube videos that we'll share. Wacky Wednesday, really anything. It could be something that's comical. We've had jokes. We've had, caption a meme. Anything that's fun and interesting on Wacky Wednesday. Thoughtful Thursday, these are usually puzzles or games. as well as it could be something that's thoughtful by being inspirational. And then Flashback Friday, that's more of what happened this day in history type of things. So feel free, if you have any of these that you would like to submit, all you need to do is add it to the discussion post. Now, lastly, in the table of contents, you will start to see your content, and we have it broken down by week. As of right now, since it's only the first week of school, we only have orientation week and week 1, so you will see this expand. I'm going to click on week 1. Easiest thing to do is, since right in the title it gives you the dates, find the date for this week. So for example, if it was the 10th of September, you know that we're in week 1. You click on week 1, and again, here's the calendar of the topics and the assignments for the week. When you scroll down, we have 2 folders. The first one is the week 1 lessons. These are all the lessons that we're going to be covering in each week, including at the beginning textbook pages that we've saved them into file document for you, so it makes it a lot easier. And as well as a study guide. So if you want to access your study or your textbook pages this way instead of through the online version, that's perfectly fine. Next, in the week sessions of week 1 lessons, besides the weekly resources here of the study guide and the textbook pages, we also include other resources. These are places that you can go to get additional information on the content that we'll be studying that week. It might be videos, it might be articles, it might be a website to go visit. So definitely visit these to get some additional information. Then we start with the content. We break each down by day, so you know exactly what content is being covered each day. So for example, on the 11th, we're going to be learning about peopling the Americas, the first Americans, as well as the North American continent. And when you click on each of these, you will get some content from the course. Click on the lesson introduction, look at the information, read the information, click the arrow to go to the next section in the lesson. We'll talk about different materials that you might need. We don't always use all of the materials, so make sure you're referring to your teacher. And then it also includes chapter highlights, which although we don't hand out in class, are great review items. Be sure that you are going into all of these learn sections and all of these units within the lessons, because there is additional information that is shared with you so that you can be successful in the course. The other folder in the week 1 is the week 1 assignments, and this is where you're going to find all your assignments for the week. Whether there's a written assignment, this week it'll be a discussion. This is a study guide assignment. It is optional, but you do get credit if you complete it. And the study guide you can either access in the week 1 lesson folder, or it's also going to be included in the discussion itself. And then your quiz can be accessed from here. Every week you will have a quiz that is based upon the content from that week only and directly correlates to the information on the study guide. Now lastly, I want to go over and look at the grades. When you go to your gradebook, you will see the grades, the items listed by week, as well as the assignment, the due date, and the lock date. So make sure that you're taking careful notice that the due dates for all assignments, when they permanently lock, are posted multiple places within the course. You want to check here and make sure you're keeping track of the points, how many you got, if there's any zeros that need to be completed or replaced, and what assignments still don't have a grade and need one. We look forward to teaching with you guys this year. As always, if you have questions, make sure you're reaching out to your teacher, and have a great, successful year.